Hi, I'm Paul Scholes and this is my Perfect Player Man United edition. The best shooting ability, I'd say David Beckham, who I played with a lot. Brilliant free kick taker, great striker of the ball, great technique, practiced every single day, which is probably why he was so successful. I remember one especially that stood out at Tottenham away as a young player. I think Tottenham was his grandfather's club as well, I was a big fan of, and I think he ran about 50 yards or something from the halfway line and just smashed it in the top corner, and that was the type of technique and the type of goal he scored was always spectacular goals. Footballing brain, Teddy Sheringham, I'd say. Brilliant footballer, someone I really enjoyed linking up with as a midfield player. Them number 10s, they're the players that really, they make a team tick, they make a team play. I always felt I knew what he wanted, and he seemed to know what every other player on the pitch wanted. His spatial awareness as well, he's always in the right place. Scored a lot of goals, so footballing brain, Teddy Sheringham. The leadership of Roy Keane, sensational leader. Great footballer as well, don't get me wrong, but as a leader on the football pitch, he was brilliant. He was like our manager on the football pitch. He told us where to go and where to be. And if we wasn't there, we wasn't doing our job, he was the one who let you know about it. So yeah, he was a really brilliant captain for us and a brilliant leader on and off the pitch. I think there was a big moment at Arsenal in the tunnel that people will remember, protecting one of our players who was getting a little bit of a stick, let's say, from opposition player. And he told him he was boss really, and he didn't just do that in the tunnel, he also did that out on the football pitch as well. Look, we all worked hard, but I'd say Gary Neville, again, brilliant right back, the best right back in England for 10, 15 years, whatever it was. You know, we knew what a talent he was, but also the work rate to go with it was brilliant. McTominay, Fred, them types of players, they're the ones who are in the engine room. Probably don't get all the credit they deserve, but I'm sure every day they're working hard to be as successful as previous players were, and I think as long as they keep working hard, as I'm sure they are doing, they'll get success. They'll have success through it. I mean, I'll say myself. I'll say Bruno Fernandes, a player I really admire now. Unbelievable vision, can see passes, you know, from almost got eyes in the back of his head. And not just that, it's okay being able to see these people and these positions to play the ball into. You've got to be able to execute it, and he can do that brilliantly as well. Again, I think he could come under the leader category, which is very strange for a centre-forward stroke number 10, but I think he's one that drives the dressing room, and look, with the ability he's got, people should take note of what he does. Ruud van Nistelrooy was the best finisher I played with, and that's saying something because I played with some unbelievable finish. You think of Andy Cole, his goal record in the Premier League, Dwight York, Teddy Sheringham, Ollie, who's obviously managed, but Ruud van Nistelrooy was, from the first day I saw him, I remember coming into Carrington, just watching him go about his business, the way he scored goals. He was a ruthless finisher, lived every minute of every day just to score goals, and you know, I loved that about him. The mentality of Wayne Rooney. Again, talk about finishers, Wayne Rooney again, what a finisher, what a player, number 10, number 9. Nothing ever fazed him, whether it was a small game somewhere in the Premier League or a League Cup or the Champions League final. He had a great mentality, playing for England as well. The bigger the game, you know, the bigger his performance was, and not just his ability, as I say, because we all know the quality he had, the goals he scored, the amount of goals he scored, the quality of goals he scored, but his mentality towards it was just brilliant. A favourite goal has got to be his over a kick against Man City. What a goal, again, a game where we were struggling really, we weren't playing that well, and to produce something like that was just a breathtaking moment where you just step back and think, did that really happen? I'd say the heart of Man United was Brian Robson, a player I idolised as a kid growing up, and then was lucky enough to actually play a few games with him. He was coming towards the end of his career, but he was just Man United all over. He was what a Man United player epitomised, I think. Great work rate, great ethic, great professionalism, a will to win, a desire to get the best out of the players around him. He managed to do that every time he went on the pitch, and look, he's my hero, and a lot of United fans and players who played with him hero. And he was the heart and the soul of the club and the real Manchester United warrior that's expected at that club.